So here we are with our new Bambu Labs A1 printer, my son and I, and we're unboxing it, kind of getting it set up on this table that we're envisioning it to be for at least the beginning part of this. I mean, things move around in our house, so it may not end up there. As even the recording of this video, it's there now, and we've been enjoying it. But yeah, going through each little thing, kind of checking it all out. As you can see, my son's being a part of everything, taking it all apart and out of the box and making sure that we follow the instructions well. And we watched a lot of other unboxing videos of the A1 printer or the A1 Mini from other creators on YouTube and things like that. And so we are kind of having an idea of what we were getting ourselves into already. But we were really excited. You know, it's a new toy coming right out of the box. And so here's us just really enjoying it. Also, his cousin is staying with us for the week when we got this. And so she was also very intrigued by the new 3D printer and getting to put this all together and everything. And so, but yeah, we're having a good time taking this all apart, making sure to look through the instructions well, and everything seemed to be really well thoughtful and laid out, and also the packaging was really smart. It was bound tight enough to where you felt like it was packaged safe, but it was also very easy to take apart and take off, so that you can get it running and working in no time. And so very, very well done. I know some other people had like this, why didn't it already just come together in the box? And I don't know about you, but I've seen how UPS and I've also seen how FedEx and some other people deliver packages. So bravo to you, Bambu Labs, for making sure that your product gets to its customers very safe, sound, and ready to go. And so here we are, kind of putting that all together, getting that on the table. Now, I have a regular paper printer there next to it, and that is gone at this point. Now at the time of me recording this voiceover, that actual regular paper printer is not there anymore. We moved that off to a different table. So we did move the 3D printer a little bit more to the left, so the AMS can fit on there as well, and getting all that done. And then I also have an air purifier on the table next to the 3D printer as well, since this is kind of a smaller room. It's actually the only unfinished room in our house, and so that's why it looks the way it does. We do have plans to finish the room at some point, and so video quality will look a little bit better later if you continue to watch our channel. But this is it. This is the raw beginnings of this new hobby for my son and I, and we're having a really good time with this. Just getting the screws in the back. I would say here's where I recognized that there was two more deeper screws, and you see I had to go back in and found those two deeper screws that go in there. At first I could not see them, and then I found them going in that way. It was a lot easier, and then put those in there. But it's great. Thank you, Bambu Labs, for color coordinating this, just making this very, very simple. My son was also easily able to follow along in the directions. He's only 8, and it was very easy for him to follow along and be a part of this whole process, and he was just super excited the whole way. Was thinking about all the different things he was wanting to find and print on this printer as we set it all up. So as you see, what's going on here is setting up underneath, getting some of the plugs ready, and that's where I realized the camera was not pointed that way, so I got that set up there a little bit. Now, one little thing I did not recognize, and that was probably just due to my lack of attention to detail, was there's a little flap on the piece that goes in there that one of the cables needs to go through. And so you see me, I actually pop it open right there, because I accidentally shut it with my finger in mounting it first, and then had to open it back up so the cables can run through and flush, so they weren't getting squished as the printer actually lays flat on the table the way it's supposed to. So So just be on the lookout for that a little bit. Just attention to detail is needed a little bit. That is a user error. That was not a Bambu error. They do mention that in the instructions, and so it's not something that you just had to hopefully intuitively understood. So here, taking the AMS apart from its shipping, packaging, and getting it ready to go. Now, the one thing is, we did order filament from Bambu Labs. We got 4 spools and all that kind of good stuff, but it did not come with the first initial package. Just the printer and the AMS came in the package. And then the next day is when we got our 4 big spools of filament, and we got to printing even more. But even though we did get about a 20-gram sample of white filament to do our first print that night, as we got all this set up and everything, and I just it's loose filament, and I just kind of plugged it into one of the slots, as you'll see once we get to that point. I'm getting ahead of the video a little bit, but I'm kind of putting the spool head holders on each of the ends here. They're color coordinated. If I don't think you could mess this up unless you were colorblind. It's pretty easy. And so the one thing that does help is I look at the inside. The clip in there is formed in a different shape, and so even though green on green, kind of, if you look inside, you can see where and how that's going to fit, and I just line that up a little bit more with on the end of the spool attachment there, when the green connects to green and the orange connects to orange, and all that. And so here's the only part that I thought was, I'm just OCD and wanted to make everything look really, really neat. If you don't care about that, then just plug these in and go, and who cares? But I was like, no, I didn't like the way that these all travel. I wanted to make it look very neat and everything. So you see me kind of messing around with the channel tubes here. I guess I don't know what the actual name is for them, but they're channel tubes, and to me, that the way it looks right now looks messy. I'm not really liking it, and so you'll probably see me mess with it even more so, trying to move the some of like the cable management stuff that it gives you around. I found some other things later to print that have really helped out, and also gives it a pop of color. We've decided to kind of go with more green as far as printing new things to go with the A1 on here. So I put like a little fan cover on the printer head that's green. I printed a new mount that it will attach to the AMS and actually hold the AMS above the A1 printer, and so that way it'll give me more counter space, and all 4 spools will then be above the A1 printer, mounted on that top crossbar there. And so you'll see that done in later videos as we go on, but this is the initial setup. Nothing wrong with having the AMS where it is. It works great. It's easy to grab. That's my only thing. I think that maybe the spool change out on top, it'll put 2 of the spools behind the AMS, and those may be a little annoying to take off, but we'll see how that goes. And I'll probably do a video on that print specifically for the new bracket to hold it up there, and if that's really worth it or not. But the AMS on the side is not bad. It just takes up more table counter real estate, if you will. All right, here you see the calibration kind of going on now. Got it all set up, and it's running its course. And one of the things I will say that was a little alarming, because we just this is our very first time, right? We have no idea, is the vibration test. The vibration test was pretty wild on there. It really vibrates the table and everything as it goes through all of its settings and its calibration mode. But it's very thorough. Just hit the I believe button and let it do its thing. Don't freak out at that. So it finishes up calibration, and awesome. We are really excited with everything that's going on and all the prints that we've done in the first week with this printer. It's been amazing just to be able to find something on your phone, pull it up on the app, and absolutely just print right even from your phone, and the thing just works. We're super excited. So thank you, Bambu Labs. This has been an awesome experience.